Here's my dog, her name is Zigzag. Say hi to the camera, she knows what a camera is. She's very photogenic. She gets into my shots all the time, deliberately. And anyway, I'll pan up. I'm getting really used to this camera now. I've only had it a couple of days. And I just want to come over and see. I'll get up firstly. I'm on very undulated ground, as you see. I want to try to attempt to get up without stepping on my dog, because I have very bad legs. And see how well this stabilisation works on undulated ground. But in the meanwhile, are you still there, camera? Oh, there's something went wrong with that. I hope it's still filming. It'll be a test anyway. Anyway, like I was saying, because I'm about 1 minute into the video here, I'm just checking out the undulation here. I got up like a camel and it seems to be very stable. I'm just going to come over because there's people here fishing and they're attracting the pelicans, and hopefully I can get close enough and check the pelican out. So I'll just pan this gimbal around. I'm stepping over all sorts of obstacles here, so I'm just relying on watching my feet first and then worry about the gimbal afterwards. Hopefully the gimbal's taking up the slack. So what I'll do, so I don't stir this pelican up, is I'll sit down. Whoops. Still getting used to this gimbal. I want to try to locate a good position to sit first. Okay, how was that transition of me sitting down? I hope that was successful. I've got a pelican just here coming up close. I'll bring that in shot so I get a good view of it. And my dog's walking past. Her name is Zigzag. She's always the star of the show. We're just about on dark here. And what the test is today is to check out how well it takes the light, how bright it picks it up, and all the birds have come out. So it's good night. There's no mosquitoes yet. I'll try pan it up and see if I can capture this moon. Whoop. Right, there's the moon. Whoops. I'll get some sky in. Capture like the views. I'm just checking my dog out because she's picking up bones, and some bones are alright, but she picked up a fish bone there and I had to tell her off. I'm just making sure she's not going to it. So hopefully this view, picking this up, it's like I've got to teach this treat this as use my viewing as like I'm treating my drone. So I'm using line of sight, checking it out, as well as what I've got on the camera. So it's just like flying a drone, and that's what I've got to do. I've got to sort of like learn how to control it, because my thumb on the gimbal, it's got to go opposite basically to the direction I want. And I'll just bring it down. My dog's coming into shot. Hopefully that's a good subject there. Hopefully that's picking up in the dark. I don't know if I can do it brighter. I will be getting a light and another mic for this. But things are pricey. I only got a limited budget, so every fortnight I buy camera gear and art gear, because this channel is basically art, and I'm going to be doing a lot of tutorials on my art. And just for a bit of free time, I'll do my droning as well, cinematic droning, so I can capture some good shots along the river so I can paint, and in the wildlife. And yeah, my other channel's I Love My Blow Up Drone. It's a cheeky name, nothing rude about it. It's just tongue-in-cheek. Enjoy the name. It gets a lot of focus, the name I've chosen. People just smile and chuckle. They know what, some of them I know what they're thinking, but the content's nothing like it. Just a catchy name. So yeah, this, I'll just pan around. Whoops, took a photo. I'll just pan around, show what this is. Try to slow it up. This pelican is coming up closer because it just stands back and wanting to get a bit of, wants to try and get a fish. Yeah, that guy's just throwing in that fish and hoping the pelican will eat it. It's probably a good practice, but by law we're not meant to throw them back in. But I'd sooner that practice, because it's fresh fish, nothing terminated about it. It's feeding the bird life, saving our murray it is, and then they don't, because the rule is that they're meant to throw them back on shore and they get stinking, and then the dogs pick them up and they can be very detrimental to getting choking because they've got very sharp bones. So I'd sooner them throw them back, and I promote the conservation side of it, because hence it's feeding our wildlife and it's fresh if you're responsible, and it's cleaning up our banks and saving our dogs' lives. There's so many dogs can get choked on these bones. It's about 7 minutes in the video. That's about where I want it. I'd like to try to do shorter videos, but when you've got glorious film footage like this and capturing the sunset, why not? So isn't that glorious? I'm just picking up to see how far I can with the light. I might go to the 10-minute mark. I've got 2 minutes to go, just as a test. So I hope you don't mind me gabbling along, and because I will be putting music behind this. But a couple of people that I trust, in the comments that I made, was left in the last couple of videos, is just to put the music down a little bit so they can hear what we've got to say, which I think is great, because it means they want to hear what I've got to say and still enjoy the music. But I was sort of like the other way. I think it was because I was a bit shy, and voice shy would be a way of putting it, and I wanted them to get the feel of the music a bit more. But no, they obviously want to hear my content as well. So I'll take that advice on a very trusted YouTube friend who is in Australia myself. I'll give a shout out. His name's iSpike. He has a trike. He's got a big long beard. He looks like a biker. He looks the part. Absolutely lovely chap. I can't express that anymore. Lovely chap. Has a really good channel. Check his channel out. He's iSpike. He's in the droning community, but he will film anything. He has a lot of supporters that do lots of things. I think he'd even accept knitting classes. That's the sort of chap he is. He's not discriminative in any way. Doesn't have to be droning stuff, but it always helps to have droning stuff, else he wouldn't have enough content. But yeah, he does live shows, does a lot of good vids, and he has a drone. Lovely life, lovely wife. He has a lovely wife that doesn't get in the camera. She has a private life, but most YouTubers out there, their family prefer to have a private life, and they let them continue on with their hobby. And I think that makes a good relationship, because they know what each other's wanting in their life. Just checking these pelicans out on the water. I don't know how much light this is capturing. I'll hope to find out when I go back and edit this. I could be doing this live stream, but I'm only learning, and live streaming picks up all the big mistakes, because I can edit this out if I like. But I'd sooner get more confident and do a bit of live streaming, and it doesn't matter if there's a few little hiccups. That's the nature of YouTube. We're all comfortable with that. But I'm picking this up, hoping that I'll pick up a bit of the moon up there. That's what I want. Yep, I've got the moon up there. I've got the pelicans out there. I've got the shoreline there. I've got the trees to the side. Hopefully that's going to pick up a really good photo. If I can adjust the lighting, if it needs to be a bit increased, I will. My dog is down here by my feet. She's had a bit of an exhausted day today, so she's just quite comfortable, just relaxing, chilling out. She's had her playtime. She's had a bit of sleep time, but now she's exhausted, because we've had some hot days today.